So this last week was Thanksgiving in the United States, and what Thanksgiving means is that your family comes together as a group, and that's basically the holiday. We gather our families and we eat together, and we're thankful, of course. Um, but when we bring families together that are not often together, we end up with very many different opinions about things. And there are so many stories of people who, big fights that happen during this time. There's often alcohol involved, which makes people even more volatile with their opinions. And it can be easy to see, like, how could that person possibly believe this? If they have any kind of heart or compassion or, or intelligence, how could they believe this? And in stepping back from the drama of the situation, we can look and see, as A Course in Miracles says, that every action is either a call for love or an act of love. I believe that human beings are good, and that we are striving always to be better, and that we make mistakes. We take action from a place of fear. One of the things that has been brought to my knowledge recently is my need to have everything that I could possibly need to have if I go on an outing. And that's not hard if I'm going to one place. But now that I live, an hour from the nearest city, I do a lot of errands at one time. So I have, the doctor's appointment. I have lunch with a friend. I have a hike with another friend. I have shopping to do. And I have this, I have to plan to make sure that I have I have the bags for the shopping. I have my boots for the hike, whatever those things are. And there's almost a sense of anxiety in me, or maybe there is a sense of anxiety in me that, wants to make sure I have everything and I don't forget anything. Like somehow it would be a dramatic thing if I forgot my hiking boots and had to walk in tennis shoes, whatever. And I think a lot of times there are these internal fears. I have traced this one back to sort of the belief of lack, that I wouldn't be taken care of if I didn't have this thing, and that I need to have everything with me. It's sort of this gathering, hoarding kind of feeling. That's where that stems from. And I think that all of us, and I have many more, I'm sure, have fears in us that we're not even really aware that they are taking an active role in our relationships with others. When we can step back and believe that the person that we're in contact with, is doing the very best they can, it's easier to see that this act of selfishness is based in fear, and that there's a part of them that is hurting. So this week, and as we enter these holiday season, this whole month of December is about celebrating and gathering and being grateful for. And, there's a sense of giving, being compassionate. And, I find that people in this winter period, the early winter, the December time, we do have more compassion. It is easier to step back and say, okay, this person is hurting. This person is, has some fear around whatever it is that's happening. And that's why they feel they need to lash out, or they need to be greedy, or they need to be hoarding, or whatever those things are. So I invite you this week to just kind of be open to when you find things, of anxiety or anger come up in you for when it has to do with someone else's behavior and your own, to just notice and to see that, this person, might have a fear around this not happening. And yourself too, that you might have snapped at someone because you were tired, and that part of you that has some fear around not getting sleep or not being cared for can pop up. whatever those fears are. So I invite you to just, play with that this week, to just kind of see those people who are maybe having a bad day and might need a little encouragement. But their behavior, often it's the ones who behave the worst that really need that extra love and attention and nurturing, because they're already at the place of breaking. Blessings.